Today we're checking off an Ultra Trail Chieftain prior to handover. Now I have primed up all the water system, so everything's ready to go, everything's primed up to all the taps. We have done a previous video on water systems before, which I'll put the link in the description box below. So we've primed everywhere up. I've checked all the taps, checked all the pipes for any leaks, everything seems okay. But then when I did go back to the pump, this is what I found. So as you can see, here's the water pump, and you probably won't be able to see this, but it is leaking around here on the joints. If I just show you, you can see the water. So what we're going to have to do is, because a customer's going to be picking this up, is to put a new pump on. So the first thing we need to do is to release pressure on the water system. So what we'll do is to first of all turn the pump off, and then we'll drain the water out of the water heater. And then the next thing what we'll do also is open all the taps to release any further pressure. So first of all, we'll disconnect the 12 volts. It's got two spades. That's the first one, second one, and then we disconnect the water feed. That's going into the pump, and disconnect the other one. Which is coming out of the pump. Both of those two are disconnected. And then while we're at it, we might as well put a new filter on. And then what you've also got, what the water pump's attached to, we have 4 screws, which we'll unscrew. And then we take it off. So here's your water pump, and where it was leaking was from the joint around here. Okay, so now we've got a new pump. This is a Shurflow pressure pump. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect up the 12 volts. Now I have put 2 spade connectors on because there weren't any on before. So we'll put the negative in, and then the positive. And then just to test, to make sure, I will switch the pump on at the control panel to make sure this pump does work. And as you can hear it, working away. Okay, so we're happy that the 12 volt pump works. So what we're going to do now is disconnect the 12 volts. And then what we're going to do is mount this pump where the previous pump was. So I'm going to put the screws in and line them all up. So now that we've got the water pump secured to the side, what we're going to do is connect up the outward water supply. And then next to go on is the water filter. So that it's hand tight, and then the inbound water supply. And now next to, we'll connect up the 12 volts. And then fingers crossed, we hope everything works. So what we'll do now is we'll switch the pump on the control panel. But first of all, for us to do that, we need to prime everything up. So what we'll do is we'll drop the lever down now for the drain off of the water heater, and we'll start the pump. So what's happening now is the pump's bringing up the water from the fresh water tank, which is flowing through and filling up the water heater and also going to the taps. And no leaks. Now once we're primed up, the pump should automatically switch off. Just like that. So there you go, how to replace a motorhome freshwater pump, which is really not a bigger job than people think. I hope this video has been helpful to you, and for more videos don't forget to subscribe to our channel.